turn this shit on and make some fucking magic.
Welcome to the Vape-Out podcast.
Holy shit.
We have an amazing episode for you today. As always, we were...
What the fuck?
I really hope you heard that.
I still hear it. Something's wrong with your lawnmower.
I'm sure you did hear that at least for a little bit. That was a very interesting vehicle that we just heard. Anyway, we have an exciting episode, like I was just saying. We were in a bunch of nonsense talk, and I couldn't take it anymore, so I started the podcast. Today, we're going to go over hand checks. We're going to go over calls and letters that you guys should be making, and we should be as well. Driplomats, Driplomat event, we're going to get on that. And we're going to get into some current events. Actually, we won't do that right now. We're going to, recently... To us, this just happened yesterday. When this posts, it'll be almost a week from then. So we do just want to give France a moment of silence in their time of national crisis. So we'll do that here right now. All right. Thank you very much. If you did that with us, we strongly appreciate that.
Yeah, it's a horrible thing. If you guys haven't heard anything about it, there was an ISIS attack in France. I'm not going to give out numbers or death count or exactly what happened, anything like that, because the numbers are still jumping all over the place. They're still determining what exactly happened because it happened so fast. But basically, there was an ISIS attack in France, and it was pretty devastating. Jump on social media. You can find out on the news website.
You'll see it instantly. I do want to throw out a cloud salute for them as well.
Yeah.
To do that. So, here's to France.
Seriously, something like that. Like, I know it's... I don't know of any attack that happened at the same time on U.S. soil or anything like that, if it was coordinated. But something to that scale, especially something with ISIS, that affects us all. That affects everyone, even if it's not even near our country.
Yep, it really does. I know when 9/11 happened, I know they definitely supported us.
Especially France. Why France? Are they pissing off the world very much? They're not.
No.
I kind of get it when we get blown up by those guys. A lot of them hate us.
But yeah, they stood behind us, which is awesome.
Kind of hurt us through them. Yeah.
Well, and we don't need to get into why or what. The fact is, it's a horrible situation that it happened. I think it is awesome. They supported us for 9/11 when that happened. They were doing what they can anyway.
I can only hope that our government helps out a lot.
I think it's well, and I think it's very cool. Like scrolling on some of the social media. Some of it I don't want to get into, but part of it I did think it was cool. In Sydney, they did what's that building called? Their big national building in Sydney.
We all are thinking of the shape of it, but we don't know what it's called.
Yeah.
It's the amphitheater or something, isn't it?
It's the amazing building in Sydney, Australia that has the three. It almost looks like waves. They have
stacks.
Sure. Yeah, Stacks.
Stacks.
Fill us in on this.
What is that thing called?
Thank you, Stacks, for commenting that below so everyone else knows. But yeah, they put up the France flag.
The world hates Americans.
They put up the France colors on that building.
They did it on the White House.
Cool.
You know what?
I believe London did it on Big Ben. I'm not 100% on that one.
Very cool. Yeah, but our thoughts and prayers go out to all the families and all affected by this directly or indirectly. It's terrible.
The Sydney Opera House.
That's what
apparently.
It was.
So it's the Sydney Opera House, which they put the French flag on it. That was really cool. I know. I saw there was a big compilation of a bunch of different monuments and stuff in the U.S. as well that did that as well. The White House. I know the White House had red, white, and blue on there. I think the Statue of Liberty had something on there as well, but maybe not. They did send us that, so it only seemed right to do that. Either way, I really think that's cool that you know
No, I
other
think we
countries are
shut the
getting
lights
involved.
off on that when that happened. I think
Okay.
we shut the lights off on the Statue of Liberty.
I know he told me that they turned off the lights on the Eiffel Tower, which never happens. So that's pretty interesting as well. Anyway, that's all we really want. We don't want to get too much into it. We
Yeah,
just
we
want to
don't-
say
We don't want to bring the mood down too much, but
Right.
it is a terrible thing. And
now to flip topics and to get a little bit feisty. We're going to get into it a little bit here by doing this, but first of all, hand checks. Cloud videos, call outs, anything to do with vape really. I mean, there's so many posts on social media about, oh, look at this new mod I got, look at this new juice I'm vaping on, look at this and that, look at this. We have an amazing tool at our fingertips every day. Usually throughout the whole day, it's right at our fingertips. We really need to start using that to spread awareness and get rid of ignorance on the topic of vaping. People need to be aware of what's going on and what's happening. Also, well, there's just too many. I'm gonna let Ryan take it at this point. I'm just gonna give it to you.
I don't know if you want to do that, man.
I do. We can cut stuff out if it gets too bad. But
We need to make vape advocacy cool. Like
Right.
cloud and trick videos are cool. And then a lot of the cool kids in vaping will jump on board and start supporting vape advocacy. The biggest thing that bothers me is a lot of the do-it-yourselfers like, oh, I'll just buy supplies and make my own juice at home. Well, you're part of the problem and you're letting people see an outlet that doesn't really exist when vaping gets banned and regulated and taxed, and you're paying $64 for 30 mils of juice.
if the stuff goes through right now, you will not. I believe you won't be able to buy nicotine unless you have. Again, one of the bills going through, I think, is going to make it to where you have to have a pharmaceutical license to buy nicotine.
The biggest thing right now, though, is the FDA is cracking down on the FDA regulations, and there's a
Basically-
petition going out, and there's roughly 5 billion vapors in the world right now, and we only have like 46,000 signatures on the petition to increase the ban or whatever it is the FDA is doing to
We're
the
getting into
2015.
That's next.
Oh,
You're getting ahead. Yeah, we're talking about social media and hand checks.
oh, sorry.
It's just, it doesn't help. And in fact, it hurts the cause. If you just have a Twitter or a Vine or Instagram, and pretty much all you post is like, hey, check out this giant cloud. Look at this sweet build. I'm on this juice, it's the best. I got this sweet new mod. You're the problem. You are the absolute problem why we are struggling so much. Not the only problem, but you're a big problem. Like other people see that. You gotta think, or people that don't vape see that stuff, and all they see is like us flashing those kind of things.
That's one of the big things.
Like if you blow a giant cloud and your little snappy comment because you're so fucking witty says fuck the haters. Oh yeah, that's really helping us out. Now it looks like our attitude is I'm blowing clouds. Fuck people who don't like it. Like that's not helping. That's making it worse because now we all look like jackasses because of you. Stop it. No one gives a shit. I certainly don't give a shit. I don't give a shit how big your cloud is, how cool your mod is. I've been on the same mod for a long time. I'm not even looking at new mods because I don't care. If I found one I like, I'm sticking with it. There's no competition. Why do you have to have the biggest cloud? Like, if you're doing a fundraiser with cloud comps and stuff like that, and raising your awareness, cool. Go at it. But if you're just doing it and posting videos online so that people think you're cool, no one thinks you're cool.
Well, and it's not as bad doing it every once in a while, and especially in vape groups. That's what they're made for. But like on your feed, where everybody on your friends list sees your feed, yeah, and then all they see is hand checks and cloud videos and cloud competitions and stuff. We've heard a lot from government officials that cloud comps look horrible on the vape community. Now I love to do cloud comps. I know Gary does. Donovan, I'm pretty sure he's into them as well. Ryan, not so much. He could care less.
I'll show up and I'll support if it's for a good cause. If it's a cloud comp for a cloud comp, I don't give a shit.
Right. But they're fun to do in my opinion, and in a lot of people's opinions. And we want to keep doing them. But if that's all the general public sees, that looks very unhealthy to everybody. People see the fogged out rooms and they think it's horrible.
I've compared it to the import car scene before, and that's what we don't want to look like. When you're holding cloud comps and blasting it all over the place and letting everyone see it. We look like the import car scene when they just block off a parking lot without any kind of citations or like legal reasons to do it. They just block it off because they felt like it. And then they're just sitting there during burnout, seeing who could do the coolest tricks in their cars in the parking lot in a place that's still open. Everyone hates you. Everyone hates those guys. You ever gone to Walmart and like you can't even get in a parking place because it's all walled off by a bunch of other cars that are mostly Hondas and Civics and shit like that? And they're just doing burnouts in the parking lot, and the cops show up and they all take off. I hate those people.
I have not,
it's
but
loud, it smells like shit, and you're just blocking traffic flow. Like that's the equivalent of having a cloud comp for the sake of having a cloud comp.
Right. Now, everyone likes, well, a lot of people like cars and burnouts and donuts, and
In
that's
public,
cool.
in
But,
public view is what I'm talking about. In the eyes of public view.
and again, at a sanctioned event, something scheduled, something that, you know, you're not going to screw over business or make, you know, inconvenience other people. I mean, basically, we're looking very, I don't know, it's, I lost it. I totally had a thought.
Another thing that's very detrimental to the industry as a whole is when you share photos or you share news articles that say this guy blew himself up vaping. Even though you share it to say, oh, this is phony, every time you share that, like it, view it, see it, they track that on social media, and that is the thing that goes to the top of the list. That is what everyone sees, whether you want them to or not. They're
even clicking on the article.
They're going to see it and view it. So the fact that you share the video or the news article just to say it's bogus and whack is actually hurting us. What you should be sharing is all the information and the stuff that is good towards vaping, not the negative stuff.
And also,
If you want,
Even if it is a false story, that's what people read. How many people know that's a false story? Only the people that read your post saying it's a false story. That's it.
Yeah.
Millions of other that seen it don't believe that.
And how many
They believe
people-
the
how
really
many
dude
people-
blew his face off.
How many people repost that without a comment?
Yes.
You don't see anything. Now you just see a video of someone blowing their face off.
It's bad because now you're educating people with the wrong information that don't know, and that's our biggest enemy.
yes.
Is the people that are unaware or don't know, people that don't understand. Uneducated population is enemy number one.
Gary.
also, I'm sure all of you guys are familiar with BuzzFeed, right? Well, they decided to interview everyone's favorite Instagrammer, Blake Vapes, and put it on their, I believe it's the BuzzFeed Red channel. And reading through the comments on that were god awful. 99% of it was people who knew nothing about vaping, mainly like 13 to say 30, 40-year-olds that watch BuzzFeed every day because they have nothing better to do with themselves, and showing how, I wouldn't say ignorant they are to it, but I feel like BuzzFeed shouldn't have shared this video or even made this video, because Blake Vapes is the last person we want to fucking represent vaping as a whole. Because everybody saw what Blake Vapes was doing and saying that I hope all vapors die, I hope they all get lung cancer, I hope they all have popcorn lung, black lung. And then we have the keyboard warrior vapors that go on there and saying like, fuck you, you're stupid, you know nothing about vaping, and trying to educate them in the stupidest way possible.
If someone comes at vaping with just ignorant hate, and that's all they throw at you, the worst thing you can do is come back with ignorant hate.
Yes.
Even if your heart's in the right place and you're trying to defend vaping, if you just come at them with, no, you're dumb, you're even more of a problem than the person who blamed it in the first place.
No, Blake Vapes.
I got a problem with him.
I do.
I mean, his hand checks bug me, and the fact that that's all he ever does. But I mean, he's doing it in comedy aspect, and I think he's just having fun with it. He's not.
See, but the thing is, we've talked about it before, and he's fueling the haters. He says, oh, haters gonna hate when whatever, and he'll literally feed them. He'll do whatever he can to, and he doesn't care if he has haters or not. All he wants is followers and views, and he wants to bring his channel up.
I saw the
What's
petition.
the point of that? Do you make money off of Instagram?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You can.
How?
Oh, well,
There's no ads.
So
Sponsorships and stuff.
sponsorships, but there's other places. Let's say someone you follow has 100,000 followers. Well, you can pay them to repost your stuff so 100,000 people view that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you can pay for
So
advertising.
but really, he doesn't care that he doesn't care what he's making vaping look like, basically.
Except for recently, because the petition that I'm sure we're bringing up here in a little bit, he brought that up and said that you guys need to sign this petition.
I'd be
in order
interested to
save
see if his
vaping.
channel changes, because if not, he's still
Part of the problem.
Sure, exactly, he is. If he still does it the way he is part of the problem, because people don't know he's joking. Some people think he's serious. I know the first time I saw him, I thought he was serious, and I hated him for that. I hate him for I don't like him. Well, no, at first I really didn't like it. I don't know if I'd say hate, but yeah. And now I don't like it because he's making
vaping look bad.
Right, and people don't know. People are ignorant. People see it and they go, "Wow, this is like every vapor I've seen. This is exactly what vaping is," and they really don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting really off topic. I mean, basically, if you want to do your hand checks, cloud videos, make sure all those are in the vape groups, so the general public isn't going to see them.
Closed vape groups.
Well, I think even the public ones, they don't.
The public ones anyone can join.
Right.
And if you want to hate on something, how better than to join their community on Facebook?
Still, at least it's in a vape group.
And
it's not.
if you're looking for some stock footage to put on your news channel because you need a video of someone blowing a cloud, what better place than fucking Facebook where it's not monetized, so you can take whatever video you want and put it on your news.
Preferably your closed vape group, but I mean, in my opinion, even if it's in your vape group, it's a little bit better than being in the general public. So here's what I want to get at this whole thing. We want to challenge you guys to every post you make about vapes. We want to challenge you to make every other one of those something about vape advocacy. Sharing a positive news story, showing a hand check about the phone calls that you just made to the government, telling them that you disagree with what they're doing. Hand checks of your letters that you wrote and sent in. Anything supporting vape advocacy.
A video of you educating your neighbor on vaping.
And we're not going to see this. We don't have all you guys on social media. We're not going to know if you're doing this or not. It's just a challenge that we want you guys to do. I mean, we try and. To be honest, I don't really post hand checks anymore.
I haven't in a long time.
If I'm posting something about vaping, it's typically a news story about.
Hashtag Save Vape Challenge.
Right.
Let's make that shit trendy.
So yeah. There we go. You know what? Instagram, Facebook, put that hashtag on there. Hashtag Save Vape Challenge. Let's see if we can make this go viral off our 500 sub podcast channel. Seriously, if we could do it, that'd be absolutely amazing.
And also no ice bucket challenge bullshit either. Just
keep
the hashtag.
That whole ice bucket challenge thing bugged me. Like the only one that I liked was
dumb.
Charlie Sheen.
Yeah.
It was dumb.
Because it was like, wait, you're dumping water on yourself so that you don't have to support the charity?
We'll get onto that later.
We don't need to touch that.
But none of that. Just put the hashtag in your posts.
Hashtag Save Vape Challenge. We'll put put that down somewhere in the description or on the video.
I think we should do a catchier hashtag though.
Save Vape Challenge.
Okay. I like that one. You ever wanted a clip of Donovan putting me in my place? There it was.
Well, it's not catchy, but it's simple and it's to the point. And I think, it's easy to remember. People are gonna get after it. So let's do it. Let's make that shit viral. Seriously, Save Vape Challenge.
Have us on Instagram. If you post anything with that hashtag, tag us in it.
Yeah.
So we can see that.
Yep.
And we'll repost it as well. I'll be sure.
Well, no guarantees or anything, but maybe if we get a bunch of them, we'll try and do some shout outs or something. Just say, we'll see what happens. We have no idea if that's going to happen or not. But either way.
Absolutely do shout outs. If you guys do that, we'll say your name and thank you personally.
So
like if I see that hashtag come across the Vape-Out Instagram and stuff like that, I will personally on the podcast thank you.
So do that. Tag us on Instagram. Tag us on Facebook. We do see those, and when we see those, we'll definitely shout you guys out. We can do that for you. So we'll stop on that topic. It got a little longer than we wanted to, but
that's what she said.
Hashtag Save Vape Challenge. Let's give it a vape salute. All right. Next, we'll kind of touch
Did
this
you
one.
build on there or what?
What?
It's a short draw.
Massive clouds.
Smells good though.
Calling you out, bro.
Go ahead.
Anyway, so this one's gonna be a little short topic because we already kind of touched it, but your calls and letters to the government. For us, primarily California right now. If there's some local stuff going on in your area, feel free to comment that in the podcast.
Oh yeah, let us know because we would love to draw attention to other areas because we're just up here in the high desert.
This is all we see.
We see the California stuff and the high desert stuff.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys have something going on locally, if you're not one of the locals up here that watches us, you're somewhere else. Stacks, If you're in Australia, let us
If
know.
there's Australia vaping struggle, let us know. We'll definitely shout that out
I
too.
do wonder what's going on with it out there.
They got their own thing going.
But yeah, if you got some kind of struggle going on against local governments that are trying to stop it, trying to and we're not saying trying to regulate it and keep it out of public spaces, like stopping it, then let us know. You know, we'll absolutely draw attention to it, try to get more people on your side for you.
Yep.
We're gonna help
So definitely do
everyone
that. But yeah, so those calls and letters, calling your government, writing letters to them, expressing your opinion. Also, a big part of this is going to be petition.whitehouse.org. Now that's to deal with the FDA.
.gov.
Sorry, petition.whitehouse.gov. We will have a link for that as well, but petition.whitehouse.gov. There's a petition you can sign. That's the one he was talking
Do
about
we have
earlier.
a specific petition for vaping?
Yeah,
out there?
well, it's for the FDA to deem in grandfather in all products to the year 2015 versus 2007.
Okay,
As
we need that link then, because
Yes.
if they just go to the address, then they have to search for it.
We'll
online.
try
just
and
give them
put-
the direct
It's
We'll
link.
try and put the
two
actual-
buttons, but yeah.
We'll try and put the actual link in the description for you, so you can just click on it and it makes it easy. But either way, seriously, fill that out. Like he said, there's 5. You said billion or million?
There's like 5 billion vapors in the world.
I'm pretty sure that's incorrect.
A
There's like
lot.
7 billion people in the
There's
world.
a lot.
There's a lot.
There's 7 billion people in the world. 5 billion of them don't vape.
5 million of them are in the US.
So-
There's a really large number that vapes.
There's a lot of zeros.
There's
They all
millions.
follow
There's
zeros.
millions of vapors. Okay?
And there's only like 47,000 that
Millions.
signed the petition.
And there's less than a tenth of that.
If enough people come out of the woodwork and they want vaping to be saved and to stick around because it actually helped them quit smoking like nothing else has, and it has a 55% success rate versus everything else, the highest thing has like 13 or 20%.
Oh yeah, that's a great track record.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we need this.
Um,
Tell all your friends that vape. Do it seriously.
After you sign it, screenshot it. Hashtag #SaveVapeChallenge.
Yeah, that's another one you can add on there. And again, we'll definitely shout you guys out for doing that.
Yes.
And shit, if you guys have a YouTube channel or something, I mean, we'll do the shout outs that we can. If we get like a million hashtags, we're probably not gonna shout everybody out because we'd be here until
If we
regret.
miss you, don't get mad.
But yeah, so we'll definitely do what we can. That's really the main thing is the petition.whitehouse.gov. We'll have a link for that as well. So.
On top of advocacy, can I continue on some advocacy
Sure.
real quick? All right, if you support a business that supports advocacy in the correct way, you are helping the cause.
Yeah.
Now, if you're going to the smoke shop that doesn't care and they just care about making a buck to buy your juice, you're not creating a solution.
Ask your shop how they support vape advocacy,
Yes.
and
Yeah,
or ask them if they do, and if they say yes, ask them how.
If they start stuttering, and
We're not
getting
afraid to
awkward,
tell
you
you.
should go to a different shop.
If you come in here, we'll tell you exactly what we do.
There's juice companies out there that donate a portion of their profits and proceeds towards groups and organizations such as CASA, Safada, Not Blowing Smoke, that help us progress and save vaping.
Yes.
Now, if you're buying juice from a company that doesn't care and all they care about putting money in their pocket, you're part of the problem, not the solution.
Yep. Yeah, there's a lot more stuff we could say on that. There really is, but
It's just like I don't. It's so short-sighted to not care about this stuff.
It
Because
is.
you gotta think like, yeah, you're making a buck right now selling this stuff. If it goes
Especially-
away, that buck goes away.
especially for business owners.
If you support SFATA and you're successful and we win this fight, that money keeps coming and you don't have to look for another job.
Every vape shop should be having their customers come in, should be having them sign the petition, at least. If not calling the White House and telling them to stop it.
Or at least give them a heads up about it. I mean,
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
plenty of places you can go into and you ask them about it and the shop's like, what?
Yeah.
I deal with juice companies. I mean, we deal with juice companies and other people trying to sell us stuff. And to be honest, that's one of the first questions I'll ask them is what they're doing on their side of vape advocacy. Some people, it surprises me how many people have no idea that there's a fight going on. Even people that live in California, that operate in California, they have no idea that California has eight bills going through that are on hold right now that are
Because
gonna.
they're trying to stay quiet about it. They don't want us to know about
There
it.
was 2 juice companies that I let know within the last, I think last month and a half.
My
And
favorite one was when
open their
I
eyes.
was sitting in here and Kevin was in the shop and these 2 dudes walked in with like a FedEx box with a bunch of unlabeled juice in it. They're like, you wanna buy our juice line? They looked like they were maybe 18. Oh yeah, give me some
Everybody's
of that.
got to start somewhere though, man.
It's-
I know, but come on. The the bottles didn't even match each other. Like, it looked like they're old, used bottles they put it in.
I've seen.
And we even asked them, like, what flavor is this? Well, I don't know.
Give it a try, you'll find out. Maybe
Yeah,
it's an 18,
right?
maybe
Oh
it's
yeah,
a
I'm
3.
totally gonna vape that. Don't even know what the hell's in it.
It would, yeah. I've seen some very sketchy things, but
Don't support those guys.
yeah, just do your part.
They're probably not helping Spada.
Seriously, just try and do your part. That's one of the most important things that I want to get out of the second part is ask your shop. Ask the shop that you go to if they support vape advocacy and what they do. In my opinion, if I was going to a shop that didn't support it, didn't care about it, I wouldn't go there anymore.
But they have my favorite juice.
I would rather buy it online.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, the money's not staying local, but
Find out if your favorite juice supports advocacy as well.
yeah.
Vape Rev, Local Vape, and I'm pretty sure they're pretty big in a vape advocacy. At least Local Vape, I know for a fact.
Local Vape is one of the biggest contributors as a store.
Vape Rev, I'm not so sure about.
But either way,
Yeah.
do your own research on that. We can tell you this stuff till we turn blue in the face, but you're not going to know for sure until you ask them and you get the facts. All right, let's get on some fun stuff. It's still kind of in the vape advocacy area, but the Dribblemates event that is
Love
coming
that
up.
name, by the way.
Yeah.
It is,
awesome.
yeah. The owner from Cloud District came up with that, I believe.
It's his t-shirt line,
Yes, very cool.
Triple Mats. If you can see our poster.
I don't think you can, but it is Saturday and Sunday, February 20th and 21st. Both of those days are going to have B2B, business to business, and public days, so it'll be a good mix. I don't like that when conventions do one whole day B2B,
Why not?
because,
That's what conventions are designed for. That's the reason they were created.
but you're not going to have it unless you're making the money from the consumers that get to come there as well.
But you are. So conventions aren't designed to make a butt ton of
Okay, you're not
money.
going to make it back right away. It makes the cost of going to them less. It makes it easier for shops to go.
Now, like the SoCal Vape Expo and stuff, they let general public in because they allow 50% of the proceeds to go to Safada based off of ticket sales, which is awesome, and I totally understand why
Yeah.
you let the general public in. But when you're bringing out industry new and new juices and all this other stuff, you definitely want companies in there over general
Right.
population.
But what's wrong with the half and half day thing? I just don't like the whole day dedicated to that because you set up a whole extra day earlier. By the end of that B2B day, people are done. They're not, I mean, people are worn out, people are tired, people, you're not as into it as you are. If you have two shorter areas, people are a lot more energized for that short period of time, ready to go.
Vape conventions are the only convention that I've been to that I've seen be that way.
What about Comic Con though?
That's not
It's still a convention.
a business convention.
Oh, well, I was gonna say, because you said a lot, like, conventions were made for businesses to do that thing. I would disagree. Conventions were made because a group of people loved this one thing and they just got together.
So we all have different views on that. That's
Yeah,
not really important.
apparently so.
The fact is there's an awesome
Go there.
event coming up here soon at the end of February. It's going to be amazing. We will have more info on that as we go. Probably, certain vendors that are going to be there and such.
I can't see it.
I'm pretty sure we're going to at least be there. I know that the podcast will be there in some shape or form.
Right.
Vape-Out will,
This is my final form.
we'll
We'll be there.
I'm not sure if we're going to have a booth or if we're just going to be there just walking around, hanging out. We don't know yet, but we'll definitely be there.
December 5th?
Yeah, a more important event that I don't have written down here, not more important.
Just another.
A sooner event that's happening.
More important
More
because
relevant.
it's happening sooner. Yes, more relevant is the correct word that I should have used. Anyway, December 5th, it's going to be at Gators in Apple Valley, December 5th.
Okay.
I don't recall, huh?
Oh.
Yeah, I
Is
don't
sorry.
I don't recall what time that's starting at all. I want to say,
It was like 8 o'clock or something.
I
Like
think it starts earlier.
What is it? Tell me what it is. I'm in the dark here.
It's December 5th. It's happening. There's flyers floating around. I'll try to share one on the podcast page
It's-
on Facebook if I can.
I believe it's another music event or
there's-
music night.
Just
There
find the time. Tell me it. It'll be right here.
Okay, cool.
Now tell us what it is.
There's a $5 cover charge. All proceeds are going to Save Vaping from that. There's going to be giveaways. No cloud comp, but there will be an ugly sweater contest.
Excellent.
And I mean, oh, never mind. That was something else I was talking about or reading. Different day, different event.
But there is live bands. There's going to definitely be food
So it's just
there.
like a get together.
Yeah, for the most part.
Sweet. train of thought.
What's up?
Derail.
Oh,
I was gonna
derailed the mod.
Yeah.
I was gonna say tomorrow for us, 4 days ago for you guys, we have / had a vape group in the area gather here and have just like a meet and greet type thing. No, not any event. There's no prizes being given away. There's no. I mean, it's literally meet and greet just to hang out and talk about vape and yeah. So.
And I'm gonna spread advocacy to them
It's weird
too.
talking about stuff in the future.
How do you
past
word?
tense, right?
Yeah. So.
Just
I was-
talk. Just talk about it.
I was gonna say you're welcome to come, but that part's not gonna matter.
Microsoft
So,
Office Word. That's how you word.
thank you very much for coming to that. We really appreciate it.
Excellent.
We really enjoyed seeing you guys here, and I know there's gonna be more of these coming up at other shops in the area.
What
So,
group are you allowed to say? Or is it
High Desert Vape.
Oh, okay.
High Desert Vape 2.1.
It's a closed
That was
private group.
2.0. Is it 2.1?
It's a closed private group.
Can I not say the name?
No, you can. They just
I just
find
did.
it. You have to be invited.
Yeah, it's a secret group. So find someone who's in it, and maybe you'll be cool enough to get in it. But it's only a High Desert thing. So really, if you're not in the High Desert, it's probably not.
Yeah, your mod's not gonna twist into a 510 thread.
No, I know. When I had it sitting like this, I thought they were the same width, so I was
Sorry.
I was fiddling with it.
You didn't do very well in preschool with the blocks and the shapes.
No,
Geometry
it
was
doesn't
not
fit.
the subject.
My kid totally started doing that on his own. Like, I didn't even show him. He just started picking up the box and putting them in. I'm behind the curve. Yeah, that's how you do that. Good job, buddy.
I thought it went like that.
Anyways,
It's a muy bueno.
It's the funniest thing to me to turn on Mickey Mouse Clubhouse and put it in Spanish.
Oh
You ever
God.
heard, you ever heard Donald Duck talking
they had a
Spanish?
Spanish
No.
episode. Dude. They were doing
Pretty
like
good.
mariachi music and all that. Anyways.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
I'm gonna have to sit around and watch that one day.
So this was definitely a more informative podcast. We do these every once in a while just to get the advocacy out there. We really like saying advocacy here at Vape-Out Podcast.
And battery safety.
Please subscribe. The more subscribers you have, the more people we reach, the more people that hear the message, the more people will hopefully share this
Yes.
and
It's
watch
kinda like-
this and learn this.
It's kind of like beans and medical food. The more you tune. Subscribers.
We're tooting advocacy.
The more you get, the more you
Subscribe.
Save it.
share.
Okay.
Everybody ready? 1, 2.
Damn. What's next?
One of these days you gotta stop teasing our audience and actually do it.
I'm gonna snatch my shit up so quick. Fuck the water bottle. I'm grabbing one.
Oh yeah, there you go. Everything will be safe with Gary.
Report number 9. It looks like
What's
Cal.
next?
Yeah.
What do you mean what's next?
No, I was asking. I was asking the chairman. What's next?
You tell me.
I don't know.
I believe they
Go
should
ahead.
stop Cerakoting atomizers white. I really do. As much as I like,
It's turning.
No, I will not
Yeah.
make out with you.
that is why.
Oh my gosh! Did you guys hear that? This guy wants to make out with me.
That's cool.
Oh my gosh!
What are you, homophobe?
No, I won't.
Yeah.
No, I won't make out with you.
What is wrong
I'm
with
so
you?
offended by that comment, Kevin.
Yeah,
I'll
you
make out
should
with
feel
you.
ashamed. Oh, okay.
I don't know, but I personally think companies should stop Cerakoting atomizers white.
Because it's turning the poop color?
Yeah, it turns brown.
I think that's just from
Like
your
Yeah.
dirty,
It
your
could
dirty
just be
heathen
because
skin
you're
touching
dirty.
it.
it's
Who's the guy
My-
off Charlie Brown?
Could you not throw shit at me?
Who's the guy off Charlie Brown?
See
That's always
that?
dirty.
That's
Big
weird.
fan.
Pigpen. Fucking pigpen.
Can we get that in slow motion?
I mean, maybe. I don't know if it even saw it at the angle it was at.
If it's on and if he can do it, it's totally gonna be in slow
What was the
motion.
last thing we did in slow-mo? I did something. Oh, it was when Dan got scared.
Yeah.
That's right. No, wasn't it? Oh, never mind. Yeah.
It was when Dan got scared. I repeated it like 3 times and did a slow-mo.
Ryan, we need you to make a sound for the
Thanksgiving's coming up. I'm super
for
I just stuffed my face full of way too much turkey.
Believe
Food
me,
coma?
they don't know about
Food
it.
Okay, we'll make sound anyway.
Yeah. Please, companies, especially with low serial number stuff, like once you hit
Don't
over
forget.
100, go ahead. Cerakote them white, but come on. Number 9. It's brown.
Anyways, Thanksgiving, food turkey, food coma.
The splatter's not even sticking on it anymore. The splatter's starting to come off.
Okay, anything else to talk about? I'm sorry. That really does suck.
It does.
It's a bummer.
Bums me out.
Hopefully they can find a solution for that.
I hope so.
I'm sorry, Gary.
The BM police.
No, I really, really, we're dragging this on way too long, and I didn't mean to be a jerk and cut Gary off
The
like
last
that.
episode was only like 22 minutes or something.
I know.
23.
And we don't have a review for you today either. We're gonna review more on
Because
advocacy.
somebody has the mod we're gonna review.
Don't say like, cut that shit out. That's evil.
Why?
Cause.
He doesn't fuck with it. He loves me.
We never said why Dan wasn't here.
You never said why I wasn't here.
Last week?
Yeah.
Oh shit, you're right.
I wasn't here last week because I couldn't get off the toilet.
Too much information.
Too much Chipotle, actually.
Translation. Translation. Ryan had a rocket ship coming out of his ass.
Too much.
Ryan's ass turned into a rocket ship. There we go.
Yeah, this is more accurate.
Yeah.
I just think of the.
Play team line.
Is it
You
the?
should have seen the conversation me and Donovan had over chat. It was pretty funny.
Is it
He
the
sent,
core?
me, he sent me a text message and was like, "How you doing?" And I sent him back a little cartoon picture of a guy in like on all fours with like like a rocket of shit falling out of his ass, and he just responded back, "So you're not okay?"
Kind of like the guys in Quarter
Dan's-
Digital with their fart video.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen that?
Dan is
Yeah.
not here right now because he is saving the world from treacherous dinosaurs.
He actually might be.
That yeah.
90% chance of that.
Yeah, Dan's been playing a lot of Ark. I told him the other day when he was playing Ark, because he streams it regularly. So go watch his stream, it's funny.
Dan can't stream.
But I told him if I had that game, I would just make a fortress, tame like 300 apes, and put them in there, and name the fortress Politics.
They said, yeah. They
Congress.
said Congress.
You know what politics breaks down to in Latin?
What?
Poly meaning many, or what? No, it's many, I believe.
A lot of bloodsuckers.
And then and then ticks
fine.
being a blood-sucking creature. So many blood-sucking creatures is what politics stands for. Is what
That's fine.
broke down in Latin.
Probably not
Fantastic.
true, but funny.
Anyway, so
Let's speak
after that 7 minutes of complete nonsense,
Yes.
that's it.
Do it.
Do what?
Yeah.
Just do it.
What you doing? I'm like coaching you along, dog.
Oh shit! All right. Thank you for watching us on another episode of the Vape-Out podcast. Until next time.
I'm not over dripping.
You sure?
That was pretty funny.
All right, everybody. Vapors gonna vape. That was a bitch.
What? Give me the chocolate.